and
so it's not live. It is not live, right?
It is live. It is live, but it's also recorded, both.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay, because it's live on the university. They have a Facebook that they're linking us through their Zoom. Okay. Mm-hmm. So good afternoon. It's a pleasure to interview Professor Benedict Wilmes, a big authority on palatal tats, and I've been reading some of his papers, and I saw his beautiful presentations, and I wanted to invite him to share with us. So this side of the world, we get to see his cases and his stuff and ask him some questions, and we're looking forward to learning from your great stuff. So
thank you, Miguel. Nice to meet you, virtually at least, and of course it's a great pleasure for me to share some ideas from Germany, from Düsseldorf. So again, how about should I show you some slides and then we discuss your question? What do you think?
Perfect.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, and
I will allow you to share the screen. Wait.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Wait. Let me see how can I make you host. You cannot share now?
No.
Wait. Now you should be able. Can you accept?
No, not yet. At this time, I think.
Now you.
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, so again, I've prepared some slides. Yeah, you asked me about expansion and distalization, so I prepared a little bit these two topics.
Okay.
Okay. I have a couple of slides, but I jump over them very quickly. Yeah. So first of all, this is Düsseldorf. Miguel, please visit us. Yeah, it's a lovely city, and after Corona crisis is over, hopefully it will be over soon. Yeah.
Okay.
I think next year. So as you mentioned, we are big fans of the anterior palate, and we are doing a lot with mini screws in the anterior palate, distalization, expansion, even molar intrusion. Yeah. One of the advantages compared to buccal mini screws is the very high success rate. Yeah. So failure rate, if you're a little bit familiar with it, is maybe 1 to 5%. And buccal tags maybe have around about 80%, depends on the paper you're reading. Yeah. I think this is the most important slide. You asked me where can we insert the tags, and I think it's very easy to identify a good area. It is posterior from the rugae, so we don't have to take a cone beam CT. Just check the rugae and stay in this T zone. And from my clinical point of view, you can insert in the area of the bicuspids, median or paramedian, and in the area of the molars, only median. Problem with paramedian insertion, I know the one rule and some other guys you are using the marker, but maybe this is not the area with the best available one. Okay, so if you have a look at cone beam CTs, we see it's more or less always this T code zone. Of course, you can change the angulation, but you should stay in this area. Okay, so we are big fans since 15 years of the anterior palate. This was one of the first paper published 2008, and this is maybe the first marker appliance that was published long before Ron Moon had published this marker. And some papers about our expander, we call this hybrid Hyrex because we are using mini screws in many situations and molars. So this is why we call this hybrid expander. And then later, some others came up with the marker or this card. So our approach is a little bit different from yours and what is. our approach is heads first. So we look where is the best bone and insert screws in this area. Also may be called bone first, not America first. And the MAPA approach is a little bit different. The appliance is saying where the mini implants should be inserted. This is the approach for our expander. We insert the mini screws mostly first, take an impression or do a scan, and manufacture then the expander in the lab. And so it looks like this, stay in the T-zone. So again, this is a typical bone first or TADS first approach. A little bit different to the MAPA approach where you first insert the implant. Okay? But then, of course, you have to take a question. So we are counting from 8 to 0 because we have also kids and they may be afraid. So we are counting from 8 to 0, then the patient knows it's over. We are taking impression with these caps, or if you have the scanner, we have scan bodies. So this is more or less the approach. And then the appliance is fixed with small fixing screws. Okay, so this is how it looks like. This is a crucial moment. Of course, you have to check if the appliance is fitting, and then we take small fixing screws. Because the mini implants have inner threads. A little bit like dental implants. What are the goals? If it comes to expansion, of course, the major goal is to avoid dental tipping. This is why are you using MAPA, Miguel? We want to get rid of the dental side effects and have more skeletal effects. We have a couple of studies out there that have proven that there is less dental side effects, more nasal airflow. This is maybe an interesting topic for some parents as well, because we have more skeletal expansion and less dental tipping. For class 3, I'm following the ideas of Eric Liu. We are doing ultramec to get maximum of maxillary protraction because we are loosening the mid-face sutures. This is, from my point of view, the turbo in early class 3. Some clinical tips. Retention. We can do retention with a small plate. This is like a skeletal retainer. After expansion, sometimes we have to remove the appliance too early. And then you can use this skeletal retainer. If you ask me about expansion first, and after that distalization, so we use the same implants that we have used before for expansion, leave them in place and distalize, because you asked me how can you use a slider for distalization. So this is a typical class 3 patient. We first did expansion and class 3 treatment, and then we used the same mini implants after that for distalization because there was not enough space for the canine. So this is a Dennis slider. Maybe you heard about this. And it has open springs to get some space for the canines. So this approach, 2 appliances, first expansion, use the same mini screws after that for distalization. This is the patient after the orthodontic treatment and when she turned 18.
Beautiful.
On the other hand, we can use just one appliance. Maybe you heard about this. We call this hybrid high-range distalizer. So with this appliance, it's just one appliance. We can first contract the maxilla, expand the maxilla, and distalize the molars. This is how it looks like. We have an expansion screw, and we have, you see it bigger now again? Yes.
Yes.
We have expansion screw here in the middle, and distalization screws. just one patient where we first expanded, did maxillary protraction with a face mask, and after that, distalized. Okay.
You open space for the blocked cuspids, huh?
Yes. You see right here, also this is expansion similar to marker, but because you can design your mechanics like you want to, you can integrate these distalization screws. You see now there's much more space for the canines. Even the bicuspids are following. The patient is activating these screws once a week, 1/4 turn. We have those patients sometimes. We need expansion, maxillary protraction maybe, and also distalization. Now there's much space for the canines, right?
Amazing.
Yeah. Now you can relax and wait for the canines. This is the patient without any brackets. That's an easy case that can be finished with aligners. So I like the combination with aligners. I think aligners are the future, to be honest. Yeah. But bodily movements can be done with these mini implant appliances, and easy movements, can be done with aligners. So I think this combination is quite smart.
So what you do is you do first the expansion and the distalization and mesialization, and then you scan for the Invisalign, correct?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So you see from class 3, nice class 1 patient, it's easy patient now to finish with aligners. So difficult things with these mini implant bone mechanics and easy things afterwards with aligners. Another class 3 patient, width is -5.5. This is again the hybrid Hyrex distalizer. So first expansion, maxillary protraction, and after that activate these distalization screws. This is after orthopedic traction. You see the maxilla is going forward. We are expanding. He was wearing the face mask properly. We used the chip in the frontal bar to measure the wear time, if you're interested. This is not to control the patients. This is more or less to motivate the patients. And I think this helps a lot because he had a lot of fun with his face mask. Some patients don't want to wear a face mask. For this patient, we are using, this is similar to Hugo de Claire.
Yeah, mini plate.
We are using one mini plate. You see, here, class 3. Not enough space for the canine. Canines are blocked out. So, again, the same maxillary expansion, maxillary protraction, and molar distalization.
Beautiful.
So, hybrid Hyrex distalizer. This is after expansion.
Beautiful.
Now the patient is going to activate the distalization screws. These are the class 3 elastics. Now we want some more space for the canines. So the patient is activating these screws. Hygiene was not too good, but it worked. So maxillary protraction and molar distalization. This is the patient. The mid face is coming forward. So I like the combination with the tab 1 expanders and class 3 traction because we see less dental side effects and more skeletal effects. Adult patient where we had a class 3 skeletal class 3, but we needed some decompensation before. I don't know if you still use lingual brackets. Sometimes we do. Again, hybrid Hyrex distalizer. First expansion, and after that molar distalization. This was with surgical assistance. Sometimes we can try to do this without surgical assistance, but especially men, older men, we still have problems. I think we're thinking the same. Sometimes we still need a surgical assistance.
Yeah, over 25 males are bad group for this type of expansion.
Yes, especially male patients. So in this case, we did surgical assistance. And then we start with distalization. Yeah? Patient is activating these screws once a week. Yeah? And then you get a nice distalization, and now he's ready for surgery. So this was decompensation before surgery. Yeah? First expansion, then molar distalization.
Amazing.
For surgery and anticipation at the end of the treatment. Yeah. So you asked me about expansion in the aligners. For those patients where we combine with aligners, we are using this BMX expander. Maybe you heard about it. It's prefabricated, so you don't need any laboratory work. So you insert 2 mini screws,
okay,
and take 3 different sizes available at 8, 10, and 6 millimeters. Yeah, you choose the right size.
On the CVCT, you measure on the CVCT?
You can, but you don't need to. Yeah, you can use a guide, but you can. We are always in this T zone, so you can insert them freestyle if you want to. Yeah, as long as you stay in this T zone. So again, no laboratory is needed, and by choosing the right size, you can choose the right expander. This is after 4 weeks of expansion, and of course, you know, if you're doing just skeletally bone expansion, we can slow expand. You see the trema. This is before and after expansion. And now finishing with the liners. Again, the skeletal retainer, I think this is very helpful to avoid relapse.
That's the Bennett plate, right? That's the Bennett plate.
That's the Bennett plate, yeah. We are using this, usually we are using this Bennett plate for our sliders, but you can use it also for retention, skeletal retainer.
It's much more comfortable for the patient than just having the aligner in there.
Yeah.
The expander in there.
So, if you want to go insert the screws in between the roots, we are using guided insertion. With these insertion guides. This is, for instance, the quad expander because we don't want to hit the roots. And this is a patient that is 17. And the idea is, again, always bone first. So check where you find the most available, best bone, and then insert the mini implants. Miguel, the future is digital, you know that? So we are nowadays printing the appliances. Why? We can make these arms as rigid as possible. So
I know Simon. I know Simon from Facebook.
Yeah, he's a smart guy. And so we insert the mini screws, and then we CAD/CAM design the expanders. You see, these arms can be as rigid as possible. So this is the advantage of this CAD/CAM design of the mechanics. So these are the rings on top of the mini implants. And I think in the future, our technicians are not bending anymore. I think in the future, our technicians are sitting at their computer and designing the mechanics. So, and nowadays in our department, we are only designing these mechanics using this kind of software. This is how the appliance looks like after printing. So we still need some manual work from the technician for polishing. Insertion guides. Since a couple of years, we are using these insertion guides, and the big advantage is you just need one appointment. So you can insert the screws and the appliance in just one appointment. Like you guys with the marker. This is one big advantage of the marker. You don't need 2 appointments, right?
Right.
Nowadays, with these guides, we don't need 2 appointments as well. Yeah? So this is how the guide looks like. This is how the insertion goes with these guides. Yeah?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. So it's quite easy, I think. Yeah. And again, insert the screws and the appliance in just 1 appointment. Yeah. You can check the perfect position in the SEP or in the cone beam CT. This is before and after distalization. I took around about 8 months. And then you can finish the case with aligners or with buccal braces up to the parent's decision. In cleft patients, we are always using nowadays cone beam CT because it's not so easy to find bone. So this is my last patient for today, cleft patient. And by using cone beam CT and insertion guides, we find the best insertion site. Again, the hybrid Pyrex distalizer. First to get maxillary expansion. In this severe class 3 patient, maxillary protraction. You see she worked super compliant. Yeah, see immense improvement of the profile. And after that, distalization to get some more space for the canines. Nice improvement of the profile.
Not only that, but you don't hit the butt of the cuspid. Many of these patients have impacted teeth in the anterior area. And if you do it this guided, you're avoiding the crowns of these impacted teeth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing.
And of course, the future is, I think, that you have a full digital service. And since 1 year, we have this full digital service. We call this tecnique. It's like Invisalign. You can upload STL file of your maxilla, and you will get a guide plus a printed appliance. And I think this is the future. You approve it, and this can be delivered worldwide, so also to South America. So if you want to test this, Miguel, yeah, please send me an email, and I'm happy to help you.
Excellent.
And maybe for hybrid Pyrex distalizer. Yeah?
Excellent stuff. It's amazing. The last part, I didn't see it before. I'm very impressed. It's beautiful. You know.
Thank you so much, Miguel.
Cutting edge, totally cutting edge.
I appreciate it. Okay, so let's come to the end. Take home messages. I think these TED-born rapid maxillary expanders help us to get less dental side effects in all 3 dimensions. Sagittal, transversal, and vertical. And this is our turbo for early class 3 treatment. To combine it with Aldramic from Eric Liu. And again, we have the appliance first approach. And we at the University of Düsseldorf, we prefer the bone first. Check where is the best available bone and insert the mini implants in that area. Okay, so everything in life is pros and cons.
Amazing.
If you have these multi-purpose appliances, I think we can align impacted teeth simultaneously, we can add spurs, and so on. So only the sky's the limit if you want to design these kind of appliances. This is our university website, the QR code. So if you, if anybody is interested, you will find many papers for free download on our website, and many case reports and studies. And again, hopefully after Corona crisis is over, I'm happy to welcome many friends and guests from all over the world, from Düsseldorf. This is, for instance, our harbor area. And Miguel, once a year we have a nice meeting, and hopefully this will take place in June 21. And we have super speakers, Björn Ludwig, Marco Rosa, Kenji Ojima, and many others.
Amazing.
I hope we have a nice discussion about the future of orthodontics in combination with aligners, etc.
Amazing. Thank you very much.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you very much. It was amazing. And you answered many of the questions, but I have only 2 questions that I want to ask you that from the original questions, you answered many. First question is, so you don't use any more buccal tabs for anything?
We still need them. Good question. We still need them in the lower arch. In the upper arch, we are doing everything with palatal tabs. In the lower arch, we don't have a palate. So we still use buccal tabs in the lower arch.
Okay. The other question would be, the second question would be, if in cases where you want to intrude the posteriors just to close the bite to control the vertical, you don't even use buccal tabs?
Mostly we are using palatal tabs. We call this appliance mouth thread. Yeah. Did you ever hear about that?
Yeah, I heard about it, but I wanted to ask you if you don't use any buccal anchorage.
Not in the upper arch.
Wow.
I think we have inserted at our university around about 4,000 screws. In the upper arch, we didn't insert in the last 10 years one.
Wow, incredible! You know, it's amazing.
Just the palate, because I think it's superior insertion site. Yeah, failure rate is low. You don't have to care about damaging roots. Yeah, so I think the anterior palate is very helpful for us.
Let me ask you, what's the material on that expander that you make with Simon? What's the material that expander is made of?
If you print it, this is powder from Dentaro.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's an alloy that is can be used for all indications. Yeah. And it's a printable powder. Yeah. Laser sinter printable powder from Dentaro.
Okay. Thank you very much. You are very nice, and you really gave amazing stuff. And I will read more on your papers. I will look on that barcode, and I will have also our grad students look on that barcode and read on that. And thank you very much. It was just amazing. I think you're like 10 steps ahead of what we're doing. You know. Thank you very much. Eye opener, totally eye opener. And big regards from Carlos Flores Mir. He's a common friend, and he really likes you. And he said, he just wrote me a little text on WhatsApp to send regards to you.
Many greetings to Carlos.
So hope to visit you in Dusseldorf. And thank you very much for your time and for all the information you shared. Thank you very much.
Miguel, thank you. It was a great pleasure. Bye-bye. See you soon.
See you soon. Thanks. Thank you very much.